What made you pursue a career in professional MMA? Interesting story. This fighting was actually a joke. My friend growing up with, her dad was a boxer, became a boxing coach. Her brothers were boxers, and she took me to some fights. I want to say I was like 11 or 12. I came home and I remember asking my parents if I could box, and they told me I was too pretty and my teeth are too nice, so it was not happening. Me and my cousin, they call us Chip and Dale. He's 5 months older than me. We would sit there and fight all the time, and we were just like little terrors with each other. But other than that, I didn't grow up fighting or doing anything. And then my number one passion was basketball and then softball. I had some athletic scholarships to college. I ended up breaking my back snowboarding. Couldn't take my athletic scholarship, so I took an academic scholarship to the local university. I was going through rehab, and during that time, my mom and I, we were at the gym one night. We were working out. The first team I started with, they were training in a little like yoga studio in the back of the gym with those puzzle mats. The sport looked really intense, so I was joking with her, told her that it's something I was gonna go do. I think she just thought it'd be good to get me motivated again. We went and talked to the coach. I went in the next day. My first training session ever was sparring, completely challenged me. I fell in love. Here I am 14 years later. What is your walkout song and why did you choose it? My walkout song honestly just kind of depends on the vibe that I'm feeling throughout camp. I'm a big music person, so there's multiple reasons on why I might choose a song. I will say the song when I fought for the world title was The Bravest by Sir Roosevelt. If any of you have heard it, you will understand why. It's just super fitting. It talks about how you can be the bravest, you could be the greatest, you can make people stand up and put their hands up. So everything that kind of just correlates to fighting and winning a world title. What advice would you give your 20-year-old self? There's a lot. I've always been the athlete. Like, I'm a grinder, I'm a hard worker. Sometimes I'm a little too stubborn and I tend to push through injuries and whatnot. So I think as far as, coaching now and everything, is one thing I always tell my athletes is to genuinely have fun. If you're not having fun, then what you're doing is not worth it. So to genuinely have fun, to stay true to who you are. And if you're feeling an injury, as much as the physical part of it is extremely important, mental training is extremely important as well. So you just need to learn to understand your body. I wish I wouldn't have pushed through certain injuries, and I would have truly taken the time. It kind of bit me in the butt later in life. So yeah, just taking that time, truly recovering, and then working on the mental aspect of things. What was a childhood dream you still think about? As a child, I dreamed of being a marine biologist. I love just marine life, animals in general. I dreamed of being a veterinarian. I own 7 dogs and 2 cats. It sounds crazy, but my animals are pretty well behaved and we have a great routine. It keeps me busy. And then I always wanted to be Dr. Pennington. I was actually going to school to be a doctor, an orthopedic surgeon specifically. I ended up putting that on hold during COVID. I've kind of just been trying to navigate throughout my career, but when my fight career really truly kicked off, it was just like, okay, I just kind of need to put things on hold. Try to go back here and there. School will always be there. It just so happens that fighting, provides my lifestyle and has truly changed my life. But I'm the type of person who loves learning. And the other thing that I always think about is I dreamed of being a WNBA player. Basketball is my number one love. And so sometimes I think about that, but life always works out how it's meant to be. So here we are. How do you find balance in your identity outside of MMA? MMA is my passion. It's something that I absolutely fell in love with. I love the challenge of it all. Being an athlete is one thing. I've been an athlete since I was 5 years old, and it's all I've known. But at the end of the day, that does not define who I am. It's taught me so much in life and built me into the woman that I am, and helped me to gain the mindset that I have. But I think the biggest thing is with MMA, it has the highest of highs and lowest of lows. And I think, just kind of navigating through that and remembering that it's my passion, and Rocky is, my cage name and everything else. But I'm Raquel Pennington, and there's so much more to me in life. I'm blessed with a beautiful family, a beautiful life. I have a little girl. And so, yeah, I feel like my purpose is just, my purpose comes down to being a mama, and just MMA is my passion.